Hi, Aries. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak. Your color ink blot is what we're scrying. We'll add on tarot and oracle and the spirit box. There we go. We're here for Aries if you have any audio additions. Aries, and it kind of blends, and we're going to balance with your contrastual ink blot done earlier in May, but timeless as always. When you're ready, I'm going to take a moment if you'd like to join me to close the eyes. Release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Aries, let's go. Thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Right, Arians. Okay. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing here quite yet. But I'm seeing a being.
She told me.
Kind of in a tree trunk. I don't know if there's like a tree carving or a wood carving, something that I'm doing. What is that? It's not shiving. Like, is it whittling? But I'm seeing it like a big tree trunk. Could also be like emotional intelligence or emotional intuition. I feel like empathy is coming through. Yes, empathy for myself is how I'm feeling, Aries. It's like I can empathize where I've used muscles. I'm seeing like big biceps and a big booty where you've been, the strength of where I've been when I sat to rest, when I relaxed.
I can hear you.
And to bear things. And keep going, keep building, keep doing. Okay, I'm also seeing like 8 of Swords vibes. That may mean something to you specifically. I kind of feel bound. Am I bound by my own perceptions? I don't know. I'm just rambling through what I'm sensing. It's almost like I can see every part of me, Arians, that how do I say? Okay, say a sword like represents each part of me that is passed on or I've worked away from. I'm not sure if I've transmuted it. Anyways, I don't know what all those details are. I get constipated when I'm in there because it kind of feels like it's complicated. But anyway, it's kind of all around me. So I kind of get like a Game of Thrones, the Queen vibes, but inside, like outside, I see Queen of Thrones. Queen? Game of Thrones Queen. I don't remember her name. That's what I see. But when I go inside and I empathize with my energy, my emotions, my essence, I feel a little bit bound by that very exterior expression. Does that make sense? Oh, sorry, I have to get off my one leg. Okay. I just heard that song from Queen. Interesting, Queen, and we've been talking about queens. I want to break free. I want to break free. Sorry about my tunage, but I want to break free from Yes, okay. So breaking free from the bondages of my own. I'm going to say my own because I'm really internalizing it. Even though, if I may, and I'm not one for throwing things out there to externalize, but some people just, it could be external. And it's almost like this adaptation of continuously reflecting and internalizing. I'm overwhelmed or I'm overgrown with ideas, personas that aren't actually mine. They're theirs. Outside of me. They are theirs. It's like Aries, whether you know this, and this is what you're sharing as a wisdom. So I definitely want to acknowledge that, or it's something you're working through, going through, because I feel like in this whittling or wood carving, it's like partially exposed. It's not quite a whole totem. Like where I think they're carved all the way around. Anyway, this is what that feels like. I'm exposing the empathy of my essence or my existence with this part of myself that wants to be freed. Whether they're external expectations or energies projected at me, but I've somehow internalized them, or again, I'm no longer internalizing them because I'm like, no, not everyone.
Who are they?
Who are they? Not everyone is even worth the Arian's attention and awareness to consider. They may be a valuable reflection for me to do my work. It's almost as if you've done so much work or you're continuing to do your own work, but it's like you're an overachiever. That's how it's feeling. And it's like not every teacher resonates with you, but somehow other energies have made their way to be like, no, I'm worth being a reflection for you. And it's like, no. Arians, I feel like this is that bow I'm seeing on the top. Arians, I do feel like Arians are like, no more. I am carving me out my strengths and my softnesses, the queen, the bondage, the this, that, or the other. 7 of Wands, no more. Anyone that has possibly... Okay, so something about the wood is really important. Whittling wood. I don't know. The number 1 is really, really standing out as well. And I'm seeing something about having fun. 8 of Pentacles. Again, if any of these cards mean anything to you, is, it's more important that you follow what they mean to you versus my yammering is. Yeah, you're... Okay. See how this... Is he like a gopher dude? I don't know what he is. Maybe a ferret? Anyway, it's not the point. But see how he's like a... seamstress maybe, or clothes maker. Anyway, so it's like that whittling of the wood of passions, because it's like I'm just gonna start carving or cutting myself from a new cloth. And maybe even in the past it's been severe with maybe self-infliction in this heavy duty introspection, and that it's like it's healed. Allow those parts to be healed. And but it does feel like that. And now I'm like cutting myself from a new cloth of my creation. My creation. And even though I might have patches of things that I remember, that I admire, it's like seeing one of those t-shirt quilts or something like that. But you don't get a square on the Aries blanket, shirt, land, just because. No. And this isn't in an arrogance. I want this to be clear because it's not, it feels incredibly endearing when I'm within the self and I can see myself bound. It's like I can see myself bound inside this stump, but inside there is a being. There's the empathic essence, the empathy of my own existence. And I have been held and bound. And maybe that queen version of me, the very queen, the hardened version of me, the stern version of me, took those swords and decided to whittle away and carve out space for this version.
Coming to get me.
To come and get you. Say, come on out. We need to work together here. I can't do this alone. Okay, I'm going to flip it. So if I didn't confirm or reaffirm, it does not feel arrogant. Now, I'm sure there could be some, especially if there's a cross watcher that could be dealing with an Aries, that if it appears arrogant, it could just be confident. Because I feel like there's been some stuff. There's been a storm. Hold on, I'm just going to lift this up. Can I thank you, that's helpful. Right? Like just add things to make it easier. effortless, a little bit more effortless or ease. It's not, I guess not effortless isn't the right word because the efforts and the energy is willing to be expressed or inputted. Ease, a little bit of ease. So I feel like the Hermit, there is a little bit of a storm at some point. This may have inspired it, this rhino of inspiration, that one horn.
Fool.
That one-horned hermit. One-horned hermit. I like that. Fool. There's a new beginning on the horizon. And I am great. Sorry, I was going to show you, but I'm way up here. I'm seeing like a My Little Pony. Oh, yeah. And I am heading up to a lighter elevation. Does that make sense? It does.
Bobby.
Bobby Boucher, like the water boy, which is interesting because it's leading me into this peak, this higher elevation peak where this, I'm going to share. I'll dismantle this to share this because it's quite an endearing little story. So I'm up here, and that's where My Little Pony was, and I'm elevating up to this lightness. But when I get up there, what I'm actually going to see is like the Bobby Boucher. Is it Bobby Boucher, or am I making that up? It's fine. To this water. And look at that water.
Don't leave.
I don't think you're going to want to leave when you reach it. You're going to be like, I found my happy place. I found my happy place. Okay, I'm moving on down here for the Arians, the Aries collective. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitation and allow your soul's light to truly shine. Will that come through? Well, it does say that. Maybe you can like zoom in. Yeah. Blue flame, blue water, Bobby Boucher. Love it. Okay. I'm moving on down because what I'm actually seeing underground of this, okay, there's also 2 watchers that are cheering you on. Okay, I want that to be known, cheering you on. I'm also seeing it's some sort of like sock puppet dog. I think it's a dog in spirit. And you know, like when a dog is like nudging, like with their nose, the nudging's already been done. So you've already listened to something, wherever it is that you're going, whatever channel, personal, professional, platonic, romantic, yada, yada, yada. Those are all yours to wander and experience with, of course, whatever it is that you're wishing to manifest, feel. Okay, so, but when I'm under this blue water, it's actually connected to what I feel at some point in time was like some sort of hangman. So there's another being now under this. Okay, so I kind of feel like I'm wandering the higher self, the empathic or energy eyes, and it's coming down into maybe the hangman of being human. Okay, I'm going to land in there. The hangman of being human. I'm seeing a very particular kind of shoe. What is this shoe? It kind of looks like a bowling shoe.
Aries.
Yeah, Aries. We're here for Aries, eh? Bowling shoe. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, or maybe you're going to be taking up bowling. Huh. Okay. There's a lot of... Sorry, Arians. Give me a hot mess minute here. Like, share, subscribe while we're waiting. And no, the video didn't freeze. Because I'm seeing... Okay, first of all, I'm seeing I'm going to say a weird man. But I don't actually know why I'm saying they're weird. It's just the way I'm seeing it. Okay, but I want to go back over there. There is some movie somewhere, not helpful, But there's some movie I am seeing. I cannot place it. Maybe it's like the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, or I really don't know. Something along that lines. Anyway, so it's like I'm seeing this contraption of higher self and human with the strength of my empathy, of my own energy and eyes. Anyway, I don't know, it's not like a blimp or something, but it's some sort of light thing or infrastructure building that, say there's like strings, like a tent, okay? And it's not meant to say it's not strong. Like there are tents that can survive and be housing like in, why is that coming through specifically? Like suburbia? Is it suburbia? Siberia? I feel like there's something, again, this blanket kind of feels coming through. Some very soft blankets, quilted blankets of the t-shirts and memories to like a tent or a parachute, a blimp. I don't know, something along that line, but it's so strong. And there's birds and different animals that are carrying it. So wherever you decide to kind of plant and root, like they're helping you. I feel like that was a very weird way of saying that, but that's cool. I feel like if you get it, or you can kind of follow the imagination on that. I'm going to come down to the weird man, because there's also a funny face being made over here in the contrast, and it's like they're goofy in a good way. Like this contrastional guy's like, he's like his nose is all big, but his chin's is like, and then this guy has like dash mustache, and I feel like he has like a bow tie on, but he's got these glasses on, and it's reminding me of a card actually in the steampunk tarot. Let's see if it'll come out. And something maybe of airships. It's like speed or something like that. It's just the essence that's bringing me through. It's like a wild pirate, the wildness of wild ways. Returning to, but they're comedic. Both of these, like the contrast and the color, they're comedic. No. Okay, it's not going to come out. That's fine. Rejuvenation's on the bottom. This feels like both parts of you could also be externalized if you have a partner, this, that, or the other. 5 of Leviathians, Captain of Leviathians, and Ace of Submersibles. Fire and water. Like those people I spoke of from the beginning, it's like you had a fleet. Arians had a fleet. And you just letting something sink. You're like, you know what? This is not mine. It was mine because I considered it, contemplated it, and maybe didn't really release it. And now it's like it's a new beginning in the air of thoughts and the feelings of emotion. And the Captain of Leviathians, it's almost like standing up for yourself by being yourself. And knowing that'll change and transmute, but it's almost like getting off all these other layers first. 5 of Leviathians in the furnace, frequency furnace. Like it just, some things are being sunk, some things are being burned and cremated. And this is an honor. This is assuming complete self-responsibility in the role of it. But I'm not going to lie, Arians. I feel as though there's just comedy abound about it. Maybe that's the emotional intelligence that's coming through to say, instead of beating myself up, I'm going to carve out this creature that I want to become. And knowing I'm also growing other tree stumps, we'll say, and I can also change and learn along the way. You might learn new techniques, or you might experiment. Nothing's ever finite. It truly never is finite. And the ashes of what you burn away, you'll be able to utilize or give back. Balance. Yeah, you're balancing it all out. There's some sort of karma that's being balanced out. And you're being cheered on. Okay, I am officially starting to close out here for Arians. Ooh la la, the hermit, the horned hermit. I love it. Yoga is coming through. Feels like I'm that My Little Pony in the higher heavens of the higher self, or the heavens of the higher self. Maybe yoga could also be helpful. Maybe where you might do stretches. Doesn't have to be anywhere fantastical, of course. That's not the point. You are the fantastical. You bring the frequency of fantastical. So if you're deciding to do it, in a backyard, this is my place. It started like generating its own sentences now. So this is fun. Wherever you are, it could be a cement pad in your backyard, to a park with a lot of noise, to the mountains, to the wilderness, to the waters, to wherever, your living room floor. Wherever you are is where you work your magic. And to consider what yoga means to you, not what society has sold it to you as, but what the actual word yoga means to yoke from within, to draw out, all of those things, because I feel like it's another expression, even just to mindfully stretch and say, hey, I'm Gumby.
It's impossible.
I'm here. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It doesn't have to be yoga in and of itself, but the essence of the spirit of such, right? The point being is wherever you are, you bring the magic to those minerals, to those landscapes. You bring the lightness now, if not always have, to the very environment you're in. You are the light. Last messages for Aries. Choose peace. Oops. I feel like I slammed that down. Choose peace. And again, very yoga-esque. Work your magic. Saint Germain may also inspire you.
It's impossible.
It's come through twice now. I choose peace. Okay, you're brilliant. So it's impossible. Break it down. It's I'm possible. I'm possible. Arians, top notch. Thank you so much for being my muse. I will see you again for your June ink blot soon. Thank you.